Hi everyone, this is a very different video on my channel. I wanted to do this because I think that it is magical, it is amazing, and it can really turn things around in life. It really can. This is a very special ritual which is called the Talisman ritual. It's known as Talisman magic as well, and it is a beautiful kind of magic. Now, I have said in the past, for sure, that black magic is no good. No good. We should stay away from it. It has karmic implications. Absolutely should not touch our energy near it because it's not good. But there are other kinds of magic that are good, and white magic is good because it's for us, right? We're not using magic to do things to other people. We're not using this kind of magic to force someone against their free will. No. So this really is for you and your dreams and your wishes in regards to your life and how you want it to be. Do you want to attract love into your life? Do you want to have love? Do you want something amazing and committed? Do you want to feel stable within yourself? Do you want to attract more abundance financially into your life? Do you want something really strong and stable in regards to how you feel, what you're doing, and who you have around you? I feel like I'm trying to sell you something. It's just a ritual that, we're going to do ourselves. But this is it, right? This is it. It is so amazing. It's so powerful. It's so potent, but you have to use it responsibly. That's the thing. Otherwise it comes with karmic implications. If you use it to attract a specific person, or you're trying to use it against someone else's free will, it's not good. So this is for you, okay? And your life. Remember, your life. What you want to manifest in the bigger picture. So use responsibly. Just saying, okay? I have to say that because, it is important, very important. Okay, so this is how we are doing it. Now, you will need a deck of cards. For 24 hours, you won't be able to use this particular deck of cards for anything else. So I just want you guys to know that, if you use your cards like on an hourly basis or a daily basis or however long, whatever it is, you will need a deck of cards, especially if you haven't got one, you will need one. So that's just what I'm mentioning here. So you will need a full 78 card deck. I know that this one actually has an extra card in it because it's the Guru card, but this is just for me showing you, showing purpose. So you will need a 78 card deck. Now, the other things that you will need in this as well is you will need either perfume or incense. So I have this little perfume sample right here. You will also need some form of a bell noise. I just said noise. Wow, okay. So I have a bell here. You will also need some form of fire proximity. We are not burning the card. Let me just, say that. So I have here this. I kind of want to keep it away from the cards and also the, there we go, the perfume. Yep, we don't want to do anything too hazardous here, but, we do need some form of fire proximity. And then we also need some holy water. Okay, so I have it filled up in this little spice bottle right here. I will say that you can actually make your own type of holy water by doing a 108 chant on normal water using the Bija Lakshmi mantra, which is Shri. So if you get some water and then you can use prayer beads because there's 108 beads on a prayer bead, or you can count 108 and say Shri 108 times with the intention of it being blessed. That will also work as well. For those of you that are perhaps in India, things like Gangajal, they work really well. Any kind of holy water, essentially. All right, so just saying. Or you can make your own. Highly recommend. So that's what we need, and we also need some form of a cloth or something to keep the card in for 24 hours. Try and keep this card around you, but you cannot look at the card. So what I'd like to do is when I know that I'm wearing a jacket which has a nice zip-up pocket or something that will fit the card in it, I will then do this ritual because I know I can keep it with me for pretty much the whole day, and then you can keep the card in that particular jacket near you for the rest of the night or something, if it's in the same room as you or whatever. So that's what I would recommend. You do have to keep it around you for 24 hours, but you can't look at the card. Once it's it's in the pocket it's got to stay in the pocket for at least 24 hours. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, now that we've got all of these ingredients out of the way, should I say, you have a 78 card deck. I know this one has one extra, but this is just for the purpose of demonstrations. Again, just want to say, what you want to do is you want to pull a card from this deck which corresponds to your intent and desire. All right, so for example, if your intent is that you want business growth, all right, for those of you that have a business, if you want business growth, then you might think to yourself, okay, let me see what cards I can choose from. Because you can't use all of these cards. You cannot use major arcanas, so you can't pick any of the major arcanas, you can't pick any of the court cards, and you cannot pick any of the aces. So you are limited to which minor arcanas you can actually pick from. And then from the minor arcanas, there are still cards that you have to avoid and that you shouldn't really pick for your intention. So that's exactly what I'm going to show you. So this was only for demonstration purposes. So here are the cards of the aces, the major arcanas, and the court cards, which you cannot pick. So you cannot pick the pages, you cannot pick the knights, the queens, or the kings, as well as the, let me say it again, the major arcanas and the aces. All right, so they shouldn't be used for the purpose of this ritual. Now that will leave you with two little tiny piles, right? One pile will be the cards that you can use, and the others are the ones we have to avoid as well. Okay, so try and avoid picking from your pile the 3 of swords, the 5 of swords, the 7 of swords, the 8 of swords, the 9 of swords, the 2 of pentacles, the 4 of pentacles, the 5 of pentacles, 7 of pentacles, 8 of pentacles, 4 of cups, 5 of cups, the 7 of cups, 8 of cups, the 2 of wands, and the 5 of wands. All right, those are the cards that we do not want to choose from in regards to your intention. Okay, there are other cards that we would also see as negative, which, you know, you're probably thinking, that's interesting. You know, maybe you're expecting the 10 of wands to be in here, and it's not. Maybe you're thinking, how is that? Why is that 2 of pentacles there? Why is the 2 of swords not in there? It's not important, all right? These are the cards that we do not want to use for this ritual, and that's just what I have to say about it, all right? These are the ones that we want to avoid, okay? And then what you do is you choose a card from the rest of the cards that you have left, which of course is not very many. So for this example, for example, if I want more financial stability or business growth, then you think to yourself, which card for you do you feel most drawn to, right? So these are the cards that we're left with, all right? Which one do I think? So then you think, so if your intention is love, then you would, you know, think about, in regards to love, which one matches your intention the best. Okay, so for me, I feel like I'm extremely drawn at this very point in time. I feel I am really, really drawn to the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like the 6 of Pentacles is the one right now for me. And then, let's just do that. You would take this 6 of Pentacles, and I know that a lot of people probably think, you know, 10 of Pentacles, why didn't you choose the 10 of Pentacles? It's the ultimate. There are lots of cards here that we can choose for our intention, and I think that, you know, this one really suits the intention that I'm going for. So let's just say business growth, right? 6 of Pentacles. Very important card because it shows finances, it shows balance, it shows stability, but it also shows some form of power. So I really like this card for that particular intention. All right, so that's the 6 of Pentacles that I'm going to take. Okay, these are the cards that I had essentially the choice to choose from. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I can now put all of those cards away once you have chosen your card. And we have to now give this particular card some offerings. And as I mentioned, the offerings are everything that we have on the side right here. I just dropped the perfume. It didn't really want to stay still today. Let me just grab the perfume. Okay, so the first thing that we give to this card is perfume. Okay, so I'm just going to spray like one thing. I'm not going to spray it directly onto here. There we go. That is enough. I can actually smell it. Yeah. You want to be really careful if you are using perfume, especially if you're going to do the fire proximity. You just want to be a little bit more careful because obviously it attracts. So the next thing we want to do is the bell noise. And whilst you're doing each of these things, think of the intention. Then the next thing we want to do is the fire proximity. Okay, I'm just going to do it on the end here just because I know I sprayed perfume around this area. Okay, so I'm going to do it on the 4 sort of corners. The reason why I kept closing the flame is because I can see just a few sprinkles of the perfume, and I don't want anything to ignite. We just want to be careful. I think incense is probably best for this particular situation. Perfume can be a little bit risky, but that's the way I've sort of been doing it. Plus, it's what I wear most of the time, so I feel like it really just connects even better to my energy. But you just want to be careful. Please, please, please be careful for sure. Okay, and then we are going to take a sprinkle of holy water. Now, the card that I'm using is very, very waterproof, but I just want to mention that some cards may get a little bit sort of crinkled and things like that. So please, 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 please be aware. What you can do is you can just do it on the corner as well if you don't want to put it directly onto the card. So luckily, I put it in this spice jar. And it's got little sprinklers, but the thing is, right, a lot comes out. So I'm just going to pour it onto my hand and just go like this. It's not the cleanest thing in the entire world, and that is why we have some tissues on the side. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to take the card, and I'm just going to lightly dab the rest of the water, and you want to hold it to your third eye. Third eye is located between your eyebrows and just a little bit above, but because the card is so big, it's going to pretty much cover a good portion of your face, so it will cover your third eye. So that's what we want to aim for. Okay, so you place it on your third eye, and you can always Google it if you're a little bit confused as to where the third eye actually is. It's literally between your brows and just a little bit above. You want to put it to your third eye, but you also want to first and foremost touch it to your forehead, your belly, your heart, and then take it back up to the third eye. All right, and then visualize your intention and the events that you want to take place in regards to your intention. So this is important. You have an idea as to what you want to manifest, but you have to also visualize what you specifically want to happen, the actual events. So if you want your business to grow, how do you want it to grow? If you want love to come into your life, how do you want it to come into your life, and how do you want to feel? It's very, very important. So that, I think, is just really important. And then you would visualize it for at least 5 to 10 minutes. All right, and then you can take it off of your third eye. You take your cloth or your pouch, you wrap the cloth around. If you don't have any specific cloths, a tissue is just fine. Just make sure it's clean, obviously. And then you want to put it into the cloth or the pouch, and then you want to put it directly into your pocket, or keep it sort of quite close to you is what I would say, especially if you maybe don't have pockets. Avoid putting this in, for example, I know some people would put it in their, look, some people might, okay? Some people might put it in their like bra or something like that, or tuck it into their jeans, or try not to do that. I always just recommend keep it close to you. You don't want to obviously damage the card at the same time. So yeah, keep it wrapped. Nobody needs to see this. You also don't need to see it. Nobody needs to know about its existence, all right? If somebody does find it, they find it, but you don't really need to give them an explanation as to what's going on with this card, okay? That's very, very important. And at the end of the 24 hours, you can put the card back into your deck and simply thank it for it, all right? And that is that, and then you will start to see results. Okay, so that is a little ritual which can really help you to manifest different areas of your life and can really give you a boost and a success towards it, and that is that. I hope I explained that in the best way possible. Obviously there's lots and lots of steps. I will try my absolute best in the description box below to write down all of the steps so that they can help you, and just know, again, please use this responsibly. This is not something to use against someone else's will or anything like that. This is specifically for you and manifesting different things in your life. That's the most important thing. So this is this, and I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, and do take care. As always, information for private paid readings, free reading giveaway, my Etsy bracelets, which are on Etsy, are all in the description box below, and they're also meditated with, and they are saged and spiritually charged as well. And if you want to see the reviews of how they work, please do check out my Etsy shop as well. So yeah, I make bracelets, they're all on there. Private paid readings are done within 24 to 48 hours, and also the free reading giveaway. Everything's down below. I also have a Patreon as well if anyone is interested, and please do take care as well.